Oftentimes, teachers engaged in practice in schools and districts don't have the time to stop and systematically look at problems. The continuous improvement process provides a particular process that they can engage in that allow them to stop, identify the problem to be solved, dig into that problem, gather data, make sense of that data, and act upon it.
And our project has been working on trying to improve math discourse, starting with the problem that we felt students were having inequitable participation around math talk and math discourse in classrooms.
What we first started doing was having whole group meetings, and then in those meetings we would identify a certain thing. So one of them that we identified was the sentence starters.
Teachers went in and tried one set of sentence starters, applied different data collection strategies. So some used popsicle sticks, others used check marks, and so on to track how many students were engaged and which sentence starters they were using in the context of problem solving. Continuing to refine the process and answer additional questions or make other refinements of the process in the classroom.
But it took at least 3 cycles before we started really seeing students using the sentence starters and talking about their math independently.
And so we were continually refining what we were going to do for data collection, and then we would report that out.
Because they brought that data back and had the opportunity to discuss it together across classrooms, they were able to share strategies that worked in different contexts and challenges that came up and refine that process. Then they would go back into the classroom and do that multiple times.
So by the time the end of the school year rolled around, we could hear and see students independently talking about their math, and it might not have been guided by an educator.
The level of math thinking that I've seen with students has gotten a lot deeper. They seem a little bit more ready to solve problems on their own and to stick to it and provide some reasoning for why they're answering the way they are.
When we say turn and talk, they are turning, and they're talking more to each other. They might say, oh, I thought that because, which was something that we were not hearing in the beginning. And to think that, they're 5 years old and they're really able to tell you what they're thinking is huge.